If you look at a 747 from just the right angle, you'll notice an unusual design feature. The end part of the wing, just beyond the outboard engine pylon, has an almost imperceptible twist to it. This twist was the brainchild of the legendary Joe Sutter and is a crucial design feature of the jumbo jet. Since its introduction in 1969, the 747's unique shape and quadruple contrails have become a familiar sight in the skies. But along with its vast size, upper deck and 4 engines, another less obvious design feature of the 747 was crucial to its success. It's so subtle that unless you know what you're looking for, you probably won't notice it at all. A barely imperceptible 3-degree twist of the wings. As mentioned, this takes place just beyond the outboard engine pylon. The reason this twist was developed, and the alternative to this subtle design feature, almost broke the 747 program. Were it not for the ingenuity of Boeing engineer Joe Sutter, the costs of rectifying the problem could have plunged the 747 into obscurity. It's no surprise then that the feature is colloquially known as the quote-unquote Sutter twist. Joe Sutter was only 44 when he took charge of the Boeing 747 program. At the time, the best Boeing engineers were busy working on the first American Supersonic Transport, or SST, the Boeing 2707. Joe, having been tied up fixing issues on the 737, was assigned to the less glamorous job of creating a giant aircraft on the whim of Pan Am CEO Juan Trippe. The design process of the 747 was not without its problems. As much as simply scaling up the technologies on the 707 seemed a straightforward enough project, Sutter knew it wouldn't be so simple. Adding a whole other deck was not as easy as Trippe might have thought, presenting issues with safe evacuation of passengers and the aircraft's cargo potential. Then there was the new and untested Pratt & Whitney JT9 engines, not to mention the immense wings that were supposed to accommodate them. It was quite late in the program when a significant wing problem was identified. During wind tunnel tests, the airflow around the wing caused the nose to suddenly pitch upward. The pressure on the outer part of the wing exceeded what the internal wing could support. This was a major problem. Consulting with Boeing's guru of wing design, W.T. Hamilton, Sutter realized that to correct this problem would have meant a complete redesign of the wing, decreasing the angle of attack on the outside edge. This would have set the program back by a year or more, and with parts already in production, would have cost Boeing dearly. Sutter had to come up with another solution. Between Sutter and Hamilton, a slightly less elegant but nevertheless effective solution was found. By creating a barely perceptible break in the leading edge just past the pylon of the outboard engine and then twisting the wing from there to the tip by just 3 degrees, the problem was solved. The last-minute twist of the wing produced around 80 to 90% of the corrective effects that twisting the entire wing would have done. The principle of the wing twist is that the tips of an aircraft's wing need to be the last part of the wing to stall. Twisting it downwards has little effect on lift in normal flight, but in the situation where an aircraft begins to stall, it has the effect of pushing the nose down and allows pilots to retain some control over the ailerons. This principle has been applied in commercial jets for many years in many ways. All versions of the 747, up to the 747-400, featured the Sutter twist, and many other swept-wing aircraft have similar design features. Have you ever noticed the Sutter twist? Let us know in the comments. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles and a podcast every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe before you go.